Whether y'all are new to RVing or you've been RVing your whole life or somewhere in between, there are just certain things that are essential. I mean, they're essential. You gotta have it. And none of you have all of these. I guarantee you none of you have every single one of these absolute RV essentials.
What percentage are you gonna put on that guarantee there?
100%.
Really?
100% guarantee that none of you have all of these RV essentials.
Now I'm intrigued. Are y'all intrigued? Y'all, I think Matthew was right, which is a rarity because he's not hardly ever right.
Shocker. I get no credit.
When he said he's, 100% guaranteed that
absolutely
y'all don't have all of these essential items.
Nope. You're missing this. It's so essential that you know what day of the week it is, but it's also more essential, y'all, that y'all are travelers, right? I mean, look at this. What does this say on here? If you can read that, it's real pictures from our personal travels. These are all 100% real. There's no AI involved here. There's no stock photography. This is our photography. Came out of our camera, specifically
photo, y'all.
My phone camera. These are great pictures that we've taken along the way. And for those of you who have seen all these fancy calendars and you're like, where the heck is that place? How do I ever find it?
Buffalo.
We tell you where they are. We tell you where each and every picture is so you too can find it one day if you want to.
But y'all, honestly, every year, like when it rolls around in November or December, I want a wall calendar. I know a lot of stuff is digital nowadays, but I still like the wall calendar that I can write stuff on. Like this one's bigger if you want the bigger one.
If you have appointments and notes.
Yeah, if you're in a smaller space, this one. But I still like when I'm just sitting in my home or whatever, I like looking and being like, what's the day of the week again? Instead of, pulling out my phone or something like that, I just like to glance.
We look at our phones enough.
And then it's got a pretty picture too of an actual place that we have traveled to in our RV, so it also gives you inspiration of like, oh, I can see myself traveling there.
This could give you 12 months of travel destinations if you want to follow our travels around.
Oh yeah, that could be like a route. People have routes they like to follow, like the Route 66 or go from the West Coast to the East Coast. You could do the Broken Dreams Reborn calendar route.
And for those of our good friends out there who are armchair travelers, this will give you a place that is a real honest to goodness place. You don't have to wonder if it's just made up or what's going on with it, and you can enjoy the picture knowing that it's a real picture. And if you're so inclined, we probably have a video showing you that place.
Yeah, here's another one.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, let's show one more of the big one.
Let's go for July. Do you like the month of July?
I just showed them July on the small one.
All right, let me just pick a random month. Oop, that's July.
July is very popular in our calendar, y'all.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice one.
June. Do y'all know where this is? You will if you get the calendar because it's labeled.
Bob, are you there? Bob, I told you. No, you're gonna hit the tree, Bob. Bob. I don't know why I'm pressing this talking to you.
They're not even on.
These are very essential. Whether you're boondocking or not, there are RV parks where the signal, you won't get cell coverage is what I'm trying to get at. And you're gonna wanna need these, and they do work.
So,
hello?
Let's back up just a second here.
Like back the RV up?
Exactly, you must be psychic. So, y'all, if you're back in the RV and let's say you have a spotter, or maybe, I don't know, you're in a motorhome and you went nose first into this beautiful spot. Now you're leaving, so you're backing out of an RV spot because we've seen that happen to lots of people. So you've got a spotter, or you should have a spotter, and you want to talk to them, but then you've got the cell service that just won't work there. What are you gonna do?
You're gonna have these walkie-talkies because a lot of y'all, depending how long your rig is, you don't want to disturb the neighbors and shout and go, bah! We've even been to RV parks, like I think one I can recall, it was a BLM campground in Montana, and it was surrounded by mountains. You were not getting any cell coverage there, and that's just one of the places. We've been several places outside of boondocking, because I know a lot of y'all don't boondock, but there's state parks. you know,
Corps of
county parks.
Engineers.
BLM, like I mentioned before, they do not have cell phone coverage.
Or depending on what cell phone provider you have.
And these are going to work as long as you make sure the batteries are in there and they are charged. These are going to work at those places where you get no cell phone coverage. And it's a lot easier to use these than to shout at your significant other and cause a popcorn scene where someone wants to sit in their chair and eat their popcorn and watch you try to figure out how to back in 20 times.
And it's a lot healthier for a long-term relationship.
Yeah, you're not really screaming at each other when you do this.
Exactly.
But make sure that y'all both aren't pushing the button at the same time.
Oh, we did that.
Hello? Can you hear me? No,
Hello?
it's not going
Can't
through.
hear nothing.
No.
We did that at first, y'all. We honestly did. And it was like the first half and the last half of everything we said was never heard by anybody. So you got to make sure. And it has several channels to choose from. If you got some kids playing on one of the bands in the campground, you can change channels really easily. So you go from 4 to 3 to 5, whatever you want. And then it's just y'all. That's it.
And this is something we always keep in the truck, in our, what is that, glove compartment?
Yeah,
or
one of
you
our
can
glove compartments.
Keep it in your middle console because you're always going to want to have access to it because you never know when you're in a place that has no cell phone coverage. You might be actually surprised some places that don't have it. So.
And we even use these to talk to our friends while coming into camp.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't even have this specific walkie, but we did. And like I said, you can change the volume, you can change the channel. It has all sorts of features, but these are good and reliable. They take regular batteries or rechargeable batteries. It's your choice.
And they have a clip. So, you know, if you're just tired of holding it, you know, when you get backed in, you can just clip it on your pants or something like that. So you can have your hands free as well when you go to put your wheel chocks and stuff on.
And we've been on the phone with each other before and it's just sort of cut out and I'm like, can you repeat that? I can't hear you. We use these a lot. We honestly do use these a lot.
This next item is very, very essential. You need it like all the time.
You should always have it with you, and that is the VIAIR air compressor. Now, before you go and start grumbling, I have an air compressor. I have one of those pocket-sized ones. You know, the size of your hand? Yeah, we got one of those silly little worthless things, and I'm not just dogging it to dog it. I'm telling you the truth. I can't remember the name of the company, but we have one about the size of my hand, and the little air thing comes out, the hose comes out. I tell you what, it takes at least 5 times longer to use that stinking thing, and it makes so much noise, and it's got limited reach. You can only basically do the vehicle you're in. Forget about your trailer or motorhome.
Well, we've had a friend that had one, and he's like, it's taking me 30 minutes to an hour to air up my tires.
That was a bicycle tire.
Well, no, I thought he was, because he has a Jeep. I thought he aired the Jeep tires down and then aired them
that was a
back
Jeep tire.
up,
Yeah,
and
you're right.
that's all he had. And we tried to air up one of our truck tires with it, and Matthew's like,
It never worked.
Pull your hair out, kind of.
So this is VIAIR. Now, VIAIR sells a lot of different air compressors, but we're going to make it easy and recommend the one that we have. We're actually going to recommend 2 different models, and you can get whatever model you want, all right? It's not going to hurt you. They've got one that they recommend for like 5th wheels, travel trailers, that kind of thing, and there's another one they recommend for motorhomes, and the difference is runtime. How much time you're going to get out of it while it's running before it needs to cool off. So with this VIAIR, y'all, it's such an amazing thing. I can air up our tires from the spare. The first time we ever used the spare, you remember? I had to air up that thing because it was really, really low. And it only took seconds to air it up. No time at all. It just connects directly to a battery source, whether it's on your truck, your car, your motorhome, your 5th wheel, golf cart battery, it doesn't care. Something like that. And we're gonna have a link to both of these. And ours comes with the package that you're looking at right here. Comes with this carrying case. It comes with 2 long hoses, and we have a 36-foot 5th wheel. I have never hooked up the second hose, the second air hose. Never. It reaches just fine. If you have a gigantic Momentum or some kind of toy hauler or a semi-truck trailer or something, I know there's some of you people out there, you can use the second hose, and it should reach, no problem.
And you don't just need this when you have a flat. I mean, you need to check, like us, we're full-time, so we move a lot more than probably a lot of y'all do. But it's on our checklist to check our tire pressure the day before we leave. So I think at least once, maybe twice a month, Matthew's out there, you know, having to use the VIAIR to put more air in the tires sometimes because of temperatures. Temperatures, like if it gets really cold, then you're gonna lose a little bit of air in the tires and stuff. So
now it also there are more attachments you can get to this in addition to what she was talking about airing up the tires. You can also buy extra attachments, which we don't personally have, where you can clean things off. You know, it's an air compressor, it blows air.
Cool.
So you clean things off. You can get an attachment where, think about when you, if for those of you who have to winterize your rigs, you know, there's a few different methods. You can either pour some of that pink stuff in there and flood your lines with it, or you can vacate the water from your lines and you can use air for that and just pour the pink stuff down your drains, as far as what I've heard. So this is an air compressor that would definitely work for that. I don't know what attachment you need, but this will do it. It's reliable, it's small. I mean, this, you can see that these things don't take up a lot of room.
let me see if I can pick it up. Well, I probably could do it with one hand too. So yeah, anybody can pick it up.
And then look at the back. This is where your second hose is. I've never used this, but if you have a big rig, you'll use it. You can blow up basketballs with it. You can do anything you want to that takes an air compressor. You just have to have the right attachment.
We're not gonna take it out, but let me show y'all just how it sits in here real quick. Hope you can see it. See, it just nestles right in there.
Yeah, fits right in here, and it comes with attachments. It comes with all sorts of stuff that we've never used.
And this is the gauge.
It comes with a big fat gauge. And ours has alligator clips on the end that goes right onto the battery. It makes it so simple for use. Y'all, I can't tell you, we've had this before we ever started RVing.
Yeah.
We had this prior to day one. That's how much we knew we needed. Now there's other brands out there. VIAIR is, anybody who you say VIAIR to, most people know what you're talking about. It's kind of like when you talk about the Kleenex, you know? Not everybody buys the Kleenex brand, but they know the name. Everybody knows the name VIAIR because VIAIR set the standard for, and we've never had any problems with it. Never, not one. And if you've seen our videos, you know that we're honest. And you know that we're gonna grumble and complain about things that just don't work. It doesn't matter what it is. We have no loyalty to anything but the truth. So I have never once in 3.5 years going on 4 had any problems with this.
I feel like we're part of the shopping network.
I wish I could sweeten the deal, but unfortunately, they don't let me set the prices.
All right, y'all. This is very essential. How many of y'all are coffee drinkers? I think probably 90 to 95% of the population is coffee drinkers.
Or hot chocolate.
Yeah, and they're like, do not talk to me until I've had my coffee.
We know people like that, y'all.
Here is a coffee mug. That's a travel coffee mug. Look at the inside. It's red. The handle matches the inside. So this is another item that y'all do not have.
And this is exclusive, 100% exclusive to us. You will never find this design anywhere else on planet Earth unless they steal it.
It says Travel Addict. We've got the train right here with Broken Dreams Reborn, the airplane, and then the RV. So all forms, modes of travel.
And we have, I believe, 5 different colors for the inside. You don't have to go with red. If red's not your thing, we got you covered.
I love this mug because I don't drink coffee right now, but I love hot chocolate. Cake in a mug, y'all, is so cool.
Oh, that would be perfect for
If you want to take your coffee on the go, it's on Matthew's side.
Bing.
We have a traveling mug that has the same design on it, except it's not red on the inside. But look how cool this is, y'all.
It's gonna keep your cold beverages cold for a good long while. It's gonna keep your cold beverages cold and your hot ones hot. And, all right, look at this. You see this? Let me stick my finger through that. You see that? That's where the liquid comes through. You can open it and you can close it.
And it fits in your cup holder.
We verified that. Yep,
Yes, it
in our
does.
truck it fits nicely in our cup holder.
It has this little, what do you call this? The rubber thing. You can take it off, and it's the same
O-ring.
thing as our Yeti cup.
It's like a Yeti one in that you can clean this, and like we said, you can open that, you can close it, and it's got a cool design. You got the train, you got the plane, and you got the RV or automobile, depending on how you want to look at it.
And how many of y'all are travel addicts, right? All of us RVers are travel addicts. We
All
love
of y'all should be
traveling.
travel addicts.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
And we designed it. You will not find this anywhere else on planet Earth except with us.
Yeah, pretty cool, y'all. Y'all, this is essential because essential is in its name.
And this is our #1, we brought it back from last year, y'all. It's our #1 most popular thing, backed by popular
Yeah,
demand.
so some of y'all probably have it, which means the other half of y'all want it too. Ready? Y'all loved this when we presented this last year.
This is by far the most popular thing we use that y'all also like.
Ooh, that smells good.
Yeah, what do we got in here?
Cinnamon.
And y'all, we use essential oils. So essential oils for us, and we're not selling these, but they can come in big bottles like this. You can get them in little bitty bottles like this. You can get them, I think you can even get them at Walmart these days. You can get them at Hobby Lobby for sure.
Yeah, we use the Crafty Bubbles brand, I think, and I don't know if you can get them on Amazon. We haven't checked, but we've always had to order them from the distributor. And now I think they sell the smaller ones at the Hobby Lobby, which I love.
But no matter what essential oils you use, it takes water. Water and a few drops of your favorite essential oil on top, and then, let me show you.
And this is an essential oil diffuser that diffuses.
It uses ultrasonic. So look, the light is in here and this cap comes off. You just do your business and then you close that. This is not hot. Look, it's not hot. It's not gonna hurt you. Well, don't take my word for it, but I don't think it's gonna hurt you because this is cold. My hand is cold right now because I use cold water. There's no heat involved. It's ultrasonic. So it's perfectly safe as far as I'm concerned.
And the reason we like this, well, 3 things. Number 1, I love it because it changes colors. It rotates like all the colors of the rainbow. And we picked the tree version of it, which I think on our link they have different styles. We picked the tree
They have
because
different
it
pictures.
reminds us of camping and RVing and stuff like that. I don't remember what all the other pictures are, but I love it. And because we live in an RV, we don't want to light candles.
No, not safe.
Because candles leave, is it smut on your roof?
Yeah.
And
if you tip them over, guess what happens? Flame on. So you don't want to do that. We have essential oil for pine. We have cinnamon. We have, if we ever get like sinus headaches, we have eucalyptus, which is amazing to open up your sinuses.
Another thing, y'all know that we've been having issues, off and on with either moths, Miller moths, or mice, and we've always heard that neither one of those like peppermint. So when we were in Colorado during the Miller moth migration, we ran this constantly with
and it smelled good in here.
With peppermint oil. So we might have had more. I mean, we still had a few, but we weren't inundated like we've seen other people. And it's supposed to maybe distract from mice and stuff like that, but we didn't run it 24/7 when we had our mice problem. But they say peppermint detours a lot of pests and stuff.
And what better smell to have throughout your RV than peppermint? I could think of a lot worse.
Yeah, just for every season, like, when the holidays come around, you can do the Christmas smells, or when it's summertime, you can have some flowery smell, or just whatever you're in the mood for.
Sometimes we'll mix them up. You can mix cinnamon and clove and orange. We have orange essential oil too.
I love it, y'all.
So many essential oil scents you can use. It's just the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want with this.
And essential is in the name, so.
So that makes it essential.
Great. Y'all, do y'all want to know what's essential that everybody has to do?
What?
Y'all have to wear clothes.
We hope so. Please do.
Ready? Bam!
Ta-da!
This is the front. This is the back.
Solid color back. I know that's hard to imagine.
It's just the graphics are just on one side because we've discovered, I like stuff on the back, but we discovered when you have it on both sides, it drives the price up, y'all. So we're trying to keep the price low.
Honestly, we are. With everything that we sell, for us at least, we try, for our stuff, we do try to keep the prices as low as we can. We're not price gouging anybody here. So and then you got this one.
We
What is that?
designed these.
We designed this. This is beautiful.
That's the desert one. So for all of y'all that love the desert and winter in Arizona, that's for y'all.
Arizona, New Mexico, probably Southern Cali.
I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's shaped like a camper. And it's got the desert scene on it. And then mine is a camper, but I've got the beach scene.
And that is an amazing beach scene too.
Yeah, how many of y'all love camping?
Your traditional I heart something. Well,
Yeah.
I heart camping. And we know most of you do because you're watching this program.
I want to change again.
All right. Ta-da! Isn't this amazing?
Travel attic in the house or in the camper.
Now listen, we know that all of y'all watching have an interest in travel, and a lot of you are travel addicts, so why not show your interest? Be proud of it. You're gonna meet people. I guarantee you there's a lot of people out there like you who are travel addicts. I mean, planes, trains, automobiles, what else do you need? That's life, right?
What about the cruise ship people?
How do you get to the cruise ship?
On a plane,
A train?
maybe a train,
Or an automobile. Some people go straight from the camper to the cruise ship, so.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. And then here's the back.
Yep, my back too.
Like I said, we're just keeping it on the front. These are Bella Canvas, which a lot of y'all love Bella Canvas.
They're so
They
comfortable.
fit true to size. They're very comfortable. Yeah, just head on over to our website because Matthew's not going to let me go. Oh, it's not working. We've got more
Your
of them.
magic dust wore off.
But y'all, we've got one that's called the RVer shirt, his most popular shirt that we have.
It is.
Yeah, go check out our merch.
So we have these shirts and we design them ourselves, which means you're not gonna find these anywhere else on planet Earth. If you like travel, it's a great fun way to help support us, and it's a great fun way to show your love of travel in a unique way that not everybody else is gonna have. Think about it, if you like being unique, you don't want the same thing that everybody in the neighborhood has. Hello, here you go, unique from us. Y'all, this thing, hello, is this thing on? Can you see me? This is essential. I mean, let me get closer. This is essential.
How do we know it's essential?
Because you and the whole neighborhood will find out if you don't have this. It's that essential, and you will be run right out of town, I guarantee
You
it.
wanna know why? Y'all have to have a place. People produce stuff.
We're talking black tank, gray tank. You know, the good stuff.
And that stuff needs somewhere to go. But sometimes one hose is not enough.
And we know this from experience.
You need the extension hose. You probably need 3 or 4 extension hoses.
And there's some people out there, now I'm sure none of y'all who are watching, but we've all been in situations where we've seen the people who, they don't use a hose.
Not even one hose?
Not even one. And it goes everywhere. Yuck.
Everywhere, y'all.
So you need a hose. I mean, honestly, folks, most of us are grown-ups. Some of us aren't. I'm working on it. But
Don't pull the handle without the hose
Now-
attached.
we're not dumb. We know that every single one of you who has a camper or an RV of any kind probably has a hose. But one is not enough, and I'm not exaggerating. So one of our first, was it our first year?
It was our first summer, and 3 hoses were not enough.
This was a campground with full hookups, y'all. But there was a big, huge pine tree. Now you're like, yeah, but you people are freaks. You don't like trees. That may be. But you couldn't park under this tree because the roots were not subterranean. They were above ground. They were way above ground. So you couldn't park on them. You couldn't let your jacks down on them. So the sewer hose hookup is way back here. And we're way up here. 10 feet wasn't enough. 40 feet was enough. And I'm sitting there going hand over hand over hand to empty it. And it wasn't a good time doing that, but what am I trying to say? The alternative was not being able to use our sewer hose at all.
What happened was we got there and all we had was 3, and we thought we were prepared. We had to go down the road to the Walmart that was 30 miles away. So I'm saying y'all want to be prepared before that situation happens, because you might be somewhere, and we've been in some places, you can't find a Walmart.
Or the Walmart's out.
Or the Walmart has the extension, but it's not the right extension to what you already have. So you're not going to have those...
Like the bayonet fittings or
you're
whatever.
You're not going to have those secure fittings, and you want it to be secure and tight before you pull the handle.
Now, for those of you who have a big long tube that fits across the width of your RV like we do, we have 2 of them in there. And you collapse them. As you're putting it in there, you collapse it down, and so we have 2 10-foot hoses in there. And then just in case that, honestly, we should have 2 of those things, but we don't. We only have 1.
You mean the tubes?
The tube, yeah. We only have 1 tube. If you had a second tube, put your next 2 in there, but we don't. So we have a bin, a sewer bin, and they go in there. Nice Tetris-y like. But you should at least have 2. Honestly, you should at least have 2. 3, maybe most people. 4 is a bit of a stretch. Even we didn't have 4 till we needed it, but at least you should have 2, because you're going to be sorry. You're going to run into a situation where 1 is not long enough.
Because y'all have seen the RV parks, right? They put all of the hookups in the back, and for some reason you need to be up front because that's where it's more level, or for whatever reason, and you don't want to figure it out after you're already unhooked and you get the sewer hose out and you're like, what am I going to do now, right?
Yeah, you're not going to move your rig again.
We've even seen somebody get to a campground and they had unhooked and everything. It was raining. Their hose did not reach to their sewer outlet.
So y'all, like I said, don't get yourself run out of town, because you know you would be if you didn't have anything on the end of that sewer hose. If it wasn't hooked up to the sewer thing, everybody would get their pitchforks and you'd be gone because it would be smelly. Do yourself a favor. Have 2 sewer hoses at least. I'm not telling you that you're going to need 4. Maybe that's just us, but at least have 2, maybe 3. You're going to be sorry if you don't, because if you RV for any length of time and you go to more than 1 RV park, you're going to need it.
Oh, but you should probably also have an extra one because your significant other might step on it. Or the lawnmower man might come and...
Now, if the lawnmower man comes and drives over it or something, it may be toast. I did step on one. We were afraid as to whether we could use it or not, but guess what? The brand that we have, it still works. Maybe we should have replaced it by now. It's been 3.5 years, but we still use it.
To speak to our brand, which we have on our Amazon store, we have been using it since day 1.
We have. We actually had these before day 1.
Even though he stepped on one and we only had to get 1 extension that summer, we've had all of our hoses from the first year. So that's the and we're full time, if that tells y'all anything. So the testament of these hoses, they're very durable.
And
the kind that we use.
And they're very flexible.
Yes.
So if you don't need any of these essentials, because these are all essentials to us, if you don't need any of these essentials, another way you can help support our channel, y'all, is by just clicking on our Amazon store at all. But if you don't buy something through our store, just start with one of our links. That's all. It won't cost you a penny, not a nickel, not even $1 extra, nothing extra, but we get a tiny little fraction of a percentage on that. And the actual percentage varies. I don't know what it is, but that's what we get, a little bit of a kickback, a little thank you from the overlords at Amazon. So that would help us out, and that would make us feel really good, and we'd appreciate it.
Yes, we definitely would. And if y'all want more nuggets of our lives, like our live location, because our videos are behind, and we've heard the complaints in the comments, why are y'all so far behind? We have a BDR Insiders over at Patreon. We'll drop the list down below. It also helps support us, but you also get behind the scenes
spoilers. Yeah,
we've put some stuff on our insiders that they have found out that y'all has not come out yet. Yes, some more stuff has done happened. So
if you're the kind of person who likes to go right for the spoilers and you know who you are, you want to get the ending before you see the beginning, Patreon's for you, and it helps us out. And it's not a lot of money, folks. We're not millionaires here, but it would help us out a little bit, and it would give you some additional BDR content that you so desperately desire.
So thank y'all so much. Let us know if there's any essentials that we might have missed. Like I said, if we didn't cover all of them, we do have an Amazon store where you can also find some essentials there. Drop a comment below if you don't even find it on our Amazon store. And life's an adventure, so
go make some memories and share them.